What's going on, guys? I hope you're having a great day. Today we're looking into Kiwi Swap, my newest Degen play, a $7 million market cap that's launched only 3 weeks ago. It should be a similar tool as the Uniswap or PancakeSwap on the Ethereum chain. It definitely does promise to solve a lot of problems that we do have, and it's an all-in-one package. It's an all-in-one tool where there's actually a necessity for what they are going to deliver. So we'll dive into a little bit more on what KiwiSwap is, what it does, or what it's supposed to do eventually down the track, and whether there's actually potential here or not. But we're very, very, very early, which is why, as you can see, they don't actually have a up and running tool just yet. They just have promises that we'll yet have to find out whether they're gonna deliver or not. If they do, to put it in perspective, we've got Uniswap that's sitting at a $6.5 billion market cap, fully diluted over 10, with a trading volume of more than $500,000 over the last 24 hours. And PancakeSwap, I believe, is sitting at $1 billion market cap. Let's have a look. PancakeSwap, it's at 900 million. So it's at 900 million market cap, fully diluted is at 1.2, and a trading volume of 75 million. But if we look at the last bull run, where we can see where the actual coin was sitting at, so they were still a 5x away on the market cap compared to where we were last one. It went to a $6.6 billion market cap. Token price, obviously, a little bit more tokens came onto the market, but you can see where it was last time. Why was this the case? Well, of course, during that crazy bull run that we had last time, people were trading crazy amounts of tokens, swapping things back and forth. IDO launches new tokens on a day-to-day basis. Hundreds of coins were being launched every single day. I was there for it. It was fun. It was chaotic. 3 a.m. token launches, quick swap, quick trading. Made a lot of money on it. We were very successful. Same went for Uniswap. Problem a little bit more in Uniswap were the gas fees, especially during this run here. Sometimes I paid more in gas fees than my initial token purchase was. So a small Degen token that we bought for $600, but then end up paying close to that in gas fees. So KiwiSwap, I'm not saying that that's got anything to do with it, but you can see the potential of where it's headed, where it can go. So over the last 7 days, you can see it did a 2.5x, and I bought in just before it pumped up slightly around here at 0.9 roughly, or 0.09. I bought in, pumped up a little bit, and then I bought in a little bit more today after it dropped again at 0.9 roughly. So my average purchase price is 0.09. I haven't really earned anything just yet. I also definitely expect this to just ride back straight to zero. This could be a easy, you got to act with caution here. So this could be an easy loss of money, but if it does actually deliver, it could also easily end up being one of those 100x tokens. Do I really expect that? No, I'm not crazy, I'm not stupid, but you know, it's fun, sometimes fun to play around. Now let's dive into why I actually did jump into KiwiSwap. So as you can see here, no followers just yet. It's joined December 2024, so it's been around for 8 months, maybe 9 months, but on social media at least. But they didn't actually start using their social media until recently. So not much has happened until recently. So what does KiwiSwap do? It's the fastest, smartest, most liquid on-chain trading experience powered by privacy and AI. What does that mean? We'll dive into the website and into their docs a little bit more. But as you can see, they do promise to deliver more than any of the other ones out there. So SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, you can see that there's a way bigger tool or user tool that's being delivered or promised, at least AI powered. Again, we've covered this in some of my previous videos. AI is just a phrase that everybody likes to use these days, but privacy powered, that it could be important. Trust chain, TX's sub ones transactions, anything here that's really important. Gasless execution, yes, that is important. Deep liquidity, Failed transaction fees 0. That is definitely nice. Auto slippage, yeah, we're familiar with that. Rug pull protection could be nice. Limit orders makes total sense. Sniper, maybe that's a bot protection. And then revenue sharing as well, which again these days is also pretty hyped, the revenue sharing part. But if you buy in early enough and it does go up, that's the power of being early. Even if it doesn't deliver and go nuts and go absolutely crazy, even if it does come out with a functioning, as you can see, there's nothing happening there yet. Even if it does come up and it delivers, or a couple more announcements come out, if we can see maybe a roadmap on the website here somewhere. Is there a roadmap here? Phase 1. Kiwi token launch. Well, they have launched just recently. Extensive marketing to generate hype and build a strong community. This is what they're doing right now. So we're kind of just before this. The marketing hasn't really kicked off just yet. I don't know if they've got any paid KOLs or if they've got any paid services. We'll be yet to find out, but we're in it already. Terminal launch. So they're gonna launch the KiwiSwap terminal with full functionality straight away, including the multi-chain swaps, privacy first features, and AI. Once they get their marketing up and running and they launch their terminal, you can obviously expect, because of the hype towards the launch and while it's launched and there is an up and running product, that we've bought into the upward trend. Then afterwards, they begin the revenue sharing, which should attract more investors, because especially these days people are heavy on their revenue sharing. It's again hype. It's all about hype, especially in tokens like this, which means people can earn a portion of the platform fees. Now these platform fees, I have to yet find out what they exactly are. The transaction fees, maybe there is a buy and sell fee of 5%, so maybe that's what they mean here as well. So it could be the 5% purchasing and selling fees that are going to be distributed back to the holders. I haven't seen a staking system just yet. So it would be nice if this is just going to be shared around with just holders, that they might maybe do a screenshot along the way. But otherwise there might be some staking system here in place. This should see a continuous growth though in the token. So let's say we could see this go up to a $50 to $100 million market cap. Well, there you go. That's your nice and easy 10x in already. So don't buy into this with too much, buy in with money that you're willing to lose, that if it rides to 0 tomorrow, that you don't really care about as much. Phase 2, Apex network launch. So they're gonna deploy the Apex network, which is KiwiSwap layer 3 solution for lightning fast scalable trading. 20 milliseconds latency, so 20 milliseconds transactions, which is obviously nice. But this is pretty cool. So there's a little bit more information on the Apex network here on the website. Mobile app launch. They're gonna launch the mobile app just for easy trading back and forth. Of course, definitely I use my all the different apps that I use for trading back and forth, so that's definitely a must-have. And then expansion to 15 plus chains. So they're expecting to launch on majority of the chains that are out there. Let's dive into the features. Maybe this is what we just saw already. Dive into the features. Love Kiwis, you'll love our features. When trading on KiwiSwap trading terminal, we bring you the best tools to trade smarter, save time, maximize efficiency, seamlessly tap into the deepest liquidity, AI-driven optimization. So this AI-driven optimization is supposed to help you find the best time to purchase when it's going up and down a little bit. So you buy for the cheapest price, or at least you buy with the lowest transaction fees and the lowest gas fees, which is supposed to be AI-driven optimization that does it for you. This is what it's going to look like. Obviously, the desktop looks amazing. It looks very easy. It's got a very easy overview. It looks very interactive. You're going to have the AI tools here. So price optimization, as you can see, live tracking of your access. So this is on a day-to-day basis. That is pretty cool. We see the reload. That's a quick reload. Yeah, you can see the different coins and chains. Risk analysis of your different holdings, the high cap until the micro caps. Also pretty cool. Your trading habits and smart routing. Cool. That makes total sense. You can obviously swap on here. You can use the AI tool. There's a sniper on here. The cross-chain bridge. So it's a very all-in-one to use setup. Explore groundbreaking features, yeah, for the traders. Ah, yeah. So there's a couple features that are for the traders, of course, and a couple features that are for the developers. The developers, on-demand liquidity as a service is pretty cool. So last, obviously, we know SaaS, software as a service. This is on-demand liquidity as the service, which is cool for the developers to tap into and make money on. So for the traders, train smarter, faster, and more securely with KiwiSwap platform that offers insane tools. All right, cool. AI powered, trade smart, smart routing, risk analysis, price optimization. This is pretty cool. We'll see how the risk analysis works. Whether you just get that as a tool for free by when you're trading, that's just a tool to use, or whether you need to hold a certain amount of tokens or you need to pay a certain amount of fee to get this. If this is just for everybody to use, that is of course pretty cool, because there's a lot more services out there that offer something like this, but then you have to pay for it, right? So if this is already a part of it, that will attract a lot more traders. Swaps, disperses, TX anonymization, privacy powered, gasless execution. This is very nice, of course, because we know the problem with gas fees, especially on the Ethereum chain. No front running, cross chain swapping, fast swaps, and rug pull protection. Auto slippage also nice. For the developers, developer friendly API, customer. All right, cool. Or fairly basic here. Definitely useful. Definitely a good tool for the developers to attract developers. So you want to attract developers, you want to attract traders. It is what they do, but this is fairly basic. We've gone through this already. Let's jump into the Apex network, because that's pretty interesting. So, dedicated custom network designed for traders, enabling high frequency trading on chain. It's built on the Ethereum's roll-up centric stack. Apex offers speed compared to decentralized exchanges while maintaining DeFi level of security. This is what it looks like. So you have the arbitrage opportunities, which is pretty cool, as you can see in here. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to roll out and how this is going to develop. Very easy overview to see how much money you actually made on it. You have the Kiwi search, so you can search, order. Yeah, okay. Very basic. Again, very basic, but very easy overview. Very user friendly. This is so. This should attract quite a lot of people if it actually works. What does Apex Network solve? Deepest liquidity. Order router ensures users access deep liquidity by aggregating multiple sources for trades. So also aggregating service orders are routed through more than 150 plus liquidity sources to secure the most favorable fills. So the cool thing here is that they go through all the already existing sources, so liquidity sources on all different exchanges or different CXXs and DEXs, where they will find the best one for you to use. So this definitely useful. They have unlimited liquidity coming from all different angles, different sources, different DEXs. So that's interesting. Seamless cross-chain interoperability. Apex makes trading across multiple blockchains effortless. Native cross-chain functionality ensures that users can seamlessly swap. Okay, makes sense. Gas efficiency, like we've already discussed before. You don't want to pay too much gas fee, makes sense. Access fast lane, benefit from high speed network, yeah, 20 milliseconds latency, sure. Quick executions. So again, very simple, very basic, but very interesting to see, because once this is up and running and useful, it should attract quite a lot of traders towards it. There is Axiom. If anybody has heard of Axiom, it's this one, trading platform as well. So it's going to be the same as KiwiSwap. It's a trading platform, right? An all-in-one trading platform. This is used for example, the Solana chain. And if you look at you get paid to trade, which is one of their attracting tools. Of course, the rewards. It's always about the rewards, what makes people come back. But Axiom all up, I don't really use it myself. I haven't looked into this too much, but I know of the existence of it. But if you look at the Axiom revenue, the revenue that they generate is huge. So here, DeFi Llama Annual revenue is actually $600 million. So $600 million revenue, which is what they get in thanks to people using their platform. So that's huge, obviously. And fees, the payer uses 1% fee on every single trade. The revenue, users receive some chunk of the fees, so revenue is lower than the fees, obviously. So this is quite promising because here we go. Revenue, this is the revenue, and then you look at the earnings. So Q3 2025 that we are in, $86 million in earnings. So what does that mean for KiwiSwap? Well, that means for KiwiSwap that if they go on to a similar path, that is for us from an investor's point of view, proof of concept, proof of the actual up and running tool, which is what we're investing. If they can get to a revenue of $80 million annually, or even less than that, 20, 30, 40, $50 million annually, there's proof of concept, there's proof of tool, and the market cap, it'll attract the investors, which is at the end of the day what we're looking into. This could easily go up to it could go to a $700 million market, which means it's 100x, but even just a little bit more realistic to get above $100 million market, it's very possible. So the social media doesn't say too much yet. KiwiBots beta is live, so there's continuous updates coming through. There are some, for example, Johnny has posted about it recently. He doesn't necessarily have the best track record currently, considering he's still promoting 0x02, which so I hold link to. But Johnny, no offense, he continues to promote 0x0, if I'm not mistaken, and that's obviously gone down quite badly, and I think that's just slowly riding down to zero. In one of my other videos, I promoted 0x0 as a promising tool, but lately, so I sold my tokens there. I hold something very little that is looking like it's slowly dripping down to zero. To be honest, I can't actually see anything here on 0x0, so maybe he did stop promoting it for a little while. Not that you can judge somebody of one token, considering I also promoted 0x0 for a while. At least I'm openly admitting and turning around that I'm out, and I've taken my loss there. So I still made profit of it, but it's because I sold higher up. I did write it down all the way almost to, not zero, but soon enough to be zero. Okay, cool. I can't see it here. Back to KiwiSwap. He did promote KiwiSwap, which probably did help with the big spike because he posted it on the 15th of August. And then here you go, exactly there. Will be fun to see the timing to see if there's any correlation or not. How do you even see the timing? Can you see the time? Yeah. 10:44 a.m. on the 15th. So the 15th, 10:44 a.m. That could very well be one of the reasons why it pumped so much. Good on him in that case. 15th. Nah, okay, so that was roughly during the same period. 10 a.m. is when he posted, 10:44 is when he posted, 11 a.m. is when it was roughly at the peak. So somewhere there along the way, multiple people would have promoted it and boosted the Twitter, boosted the account. So look, long story short, there's multiple things being that there's quite a lot of updates coming through here and there on the account. There's some partnerships within the space, which is good, which is promising. So I got a partnership with Qubit, which is good. P2P layer, first up, P2P network, DEX aggregation, AI routing, execution assurance. I do like their style. I like the editing. I like the videos that they come up with. It looks pretty good. So well done on whoever is doing their marketing tools. It looks pretty decent. So far, another partnership. So yeah, as you can tell, their marketing push has definitely started. So they're coming up with partnership after partnership after partnership. So I actually wonder who's currently doing their marketing, but it's looking fairly okay. Here we can see, so this is a little bit more insights. Revenue share, 50% of the fees go directly to the holders in ETH. 50% of what fees? That is still not clear to me. Maybe it's just the 5% trading fee, or maybe once the platform is actually up and running, it's probably the fees, just the fees of trading around. So if I swap one token for the other, the little fee that I pay, maybe that's what that means. What we just saw before, for example, Axiom, the 0.5 or 0.75 to 1% in fees, maybe that percentage. Trader swap on Kiwi generates. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So I should have just read that one. Trader swap on Kiwi generates trading fees. Those trading fees from swapping will create the revenue. I wonder what the percentage is. Maybe it's on here. I was just gonna go through all this together with you guys, so I actually don't know the exact fees myself yet. Let's see if there's anything on the fees here. Fees. Do you guys see the fees? Revenue share. There we go. No, nothing on the fees. Swap overview. Any percentage on the fees? No. Look, we'll find out what the exact percentages are. Not that that's necessarily that crucial, but 50% of that go back to the holders. That could turn into quite a bit if these swaps end up into quite high, and you hold a fair decent chunk of Kiwi. Then you could be rewarded with quite a bit. There's a buyback and burn. The remaining 50% of it is used to buy Kiwi and burn it. Awesome. So there's a buyback. That's good for the token price, potentially. Slightly. Tokenomics, the remaining 50% is used to buy Kiwi and burn it, as we just said before. Let's look at the actual tokenomics for a second. Is there the tokenomics somewhere here? Tokenomics. I just saw it. There we go. Overview of the tokenomics. Native Kiwi token is poised. ERC20 token. Governance, participation, fee, discounts. Staking reward. There we go. So there is a staking reward. That's what we wanted to know just before. So you probably need to stake it, of course, to get your revenue sharing. There's incentives for liquidity providers. Okay, that all makes sense. Initial DEX liquidity, 60% of it, and then growth reserve, 40%, marketing promotion, team growth, liquidity, CEX listings and partnerships. If this does list on the CEX soon, that would be good for the trading volume. So there's no real percentage breakdown on how much goes to what percentage of the tokenomics are for marketing, what percentage is for the team, what percentage is for the advisors. That is something that we would like to know. Token distribution? No. If anybody knows where I can find it, let me know. So I would like to know how much goes towards the KOLs, how much goes towards the team, how much is for strategic partners, etc. Usually there's a percentage there, so I wouldn't mind knowing exactly how that's used. I guess this does kind of explain that the initial DEX liquidity is 60% of the total tokens. The growth reserve, 40% of the total tokens is for and the marketing and the team and the liquidity additions and the community incentives. But how much goes to what? Like, is 30 for the team and then the rest for marketing, or what's the split there? That would be nice to know. So. Alright, cool. That gives a little bit more clarity, at least at where we're at. We're finding things out here along the way. So they do some AMAs. Awesome. I think that's most of the information that's out there right now on KiwiSwap. This is most on the information that we have. At KiwiSwap, liquidity is king. All these things aren't necessarily that valuable. This is pretty important. Core pillars of the liquidity solution. So deep liquidity, as we said before, the aggregate liquidity from all the leading DEXs, which is obviously important. AI-driven smart routing ensures that your orders are directed through the most optimal path. So the AI system will allow you to find out, or will allow them to find out where you should find your liquidity from, like which DEX they should find your liquidity from, and then they'll automate that and do that for you. Cross-chain liquidity bridge with KiwiSwap, the custom cross-chain liquidity solutions. It's not limited to a single blockchain, which means they execute trades across multiple networks seamlessly. That's very important because that's not out there right now for any platform within the Ethereum, official Ethereum platform. So that is definitely very useful. because normally you need one for the bridging, one for the trading, one for the this one. This is all in one. Privacy enhanced, and then scalability for high frequency trader. Cool. Team. Is there anything about the team? Zenio, Exol, Zervi, and Reeks, key members of Team Liquidity Swap. Do we know why we remain anonymous? KiwiSwap privacy is a core principle, not just for our user, but for the team as well. Some users maintain anonymity to protect personal security. Co-founder Farsi has completed full KYC with Assure DeFi, the gold standard in Web3 identity verification, publicly and has publicly doxed. This balance ensures transparency and trust without compromising safety. As we grow, we remain committed to accountability, may expand verification where it benefits the community. Okay. We invite you to become part of the journey, whether you're a trader, developer, enthusiast. Okay. Our roadmap is ambitious, but with your support, we can achieve it. A very startup type of phrase. So they definitely want to build a certain community that supports them, that helps them along the way, of course. So join us as we continue to innovate and set new standards in blockchain technology, building not just a product, but the ultimate destination for on-chain trading, powered by real revenue, AI, and our own layer 3 network. Look, overall, if they really do bring the dashboard alive, the tool up and running, and it looks the way it looks, and it's used the way it's a very smooth, quick transaction platform. They share their revenue, the AI tool that helps you aggregate through the different DEXs, and you can actually have a cheap they find the best liquidity that helps, and then the layer 3 network for their own. If they deliver, then this could easily turn into this 50x 100x token if you want to be ambitious about it. So you're buying a little bit and you can see a big return on it, but again, they do have to deliver. We don't know too much about it just yet, so I'm curious to see where this is gonna go. If we fast forward in a couple of weeks from now and it right back to zero, trade on your own account. I told you to be cautious. I don't take any responsibility. It's on to you. If it does turn into this 100x, then sure, I'll take all the credibility there as well, and you can thank me for it later. That's all for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video.